Hey you guys, it is Monday night and that means it is time for Let's Talk About. I wanted to talk about a major crisis that's unfolding. And let me just say, if I told you that there's a species on the planet that is suffering from fertility rates that have dropped 1% every year for the last 50 years, so they've dropped basically over 50% in the last 50 years, would you be worried? Well, I think you would. In fact, if it was any creature, people would be ringing alarm bells. And if it was koalas or if it was pandas, there'd be people marching in the streets about this stuff. But the fact is that it's actually men, human beings. And it is a massive crisis that's unfolding at the moment. So here are some facts, okay? Men's testosterone levels have dropped 1% every year for the last 50 years. So they're half of what they were 50 years ago. Same with fertility rates. So they've also been dropping this 1%. So what's going on? There's a bunch of reasons why this could be, and I'm going to talk about some of them. To put it all in perspective, just to really hammer home the point, right? A 30-year-old Aussie bloke today has the same testosterone levels as, wait for it, an 80-year-old man had in the 1950s. So do the maths on that. So that's crazy, absolutely crazy. So the thing about it is, as testosterone levels are dropping and fertility rates are dropping, that's causing all kinds of hassles, because basically testosterone is a man's best friend. And as blokes, we need testosterone to keep us healthy. It protects us from all kinds of diseases and stuff. It keeps us happy, so it helps regulate our moods. It keeps us strong. It keeps us lean. And obviously it also keeps us horny, so it's important for our sex drive. Basically in the last 50 years, we've seen men's testosterone levels drop 50%. And so that, I think, is causing all kinds of issues as well for us blokes. The $6 million question is, what can you do about it? And that's what I'm going to talk about. There's a bunch of really practical things that you can do. And here's a couple of them quickly. So the first one is we can stress less. Easy to say, harder to do. But the thing about it is when we stress, we actually produce cortisol in our bodies. That's the response to our stress. And our bodies make cortisol out of the same stuff that they make testosterone out of. So we can't be making both. So as cortisol and stress go up, testosterone levels go down. So stressing less is important. That's where oils like Stress Away, having a diffuser running, all that kind of stuff is so important and so helpful for us. Even just wearing some Stress Away. It's one of my go-tos at school often. Sleep more. Our bodies actually need sleep. It's one of the times that we make testosterone. And so getting a good night's sleep, and again, the Young Living oils that we have are so helpful for that. Again, whether it's Stress Away, whether it's Peace and Calming, whether it's Root of Valor, there's lots and lots of oils that we can use to get a better night's sleep. Another thing, simple, just don't carry your mobile phone in your pocket, fellas. That's not doing your swimmers any good, and it's not doing your boys any good either. I think the biggest factor, and this is where it really connects up with us in terms of essential oils, is the biggest factor is actually we need to reduce the environmental xenoestrogens. So those toxic chemicals that we're putting on our bodies and in our bodies every day. And I'm thinking about things like fragrances, I'm thinking about things like phthalates, parabens, lots and lots of the chemicals that are in our personal care products. They're in our shampoos, they're in our soaps, they're in our hand washes, you name it, they're in it. In fact, any time where we have fragrances, so colognes, aftershaves, all that kind of stuff. Because I didn't know this stuff, right? Until I met Kim, I really had no idea what was happening and the effect that those things were having on my body and on my testosterone levels and my sense of well-being. So since then, I've kind of changed things around. And so if you're a guy out there, or if you're a woman who knows a guy out there, Or if you're someone who has a dad, or you're a young guy, then you need to hear this. There's a lot of cool ways that we can get rid of these environmental xenoestrogens. My day has totally changed. So let me run through. When I wake up in the morning, here's my little routine. So I'll jump in the shower. Now, instead of using the old shampoo full of fragrance and soaps and stuff, again with fragrances in them, which are doing me harm, I use the Shutran body wash. And the good thing about this is, again, all natural, plant-based stuff, smells awesome, and I can also use that as a shampoo. So there's all those toxic chemicals gone, replaced with that. Get out of the shower, and as most mornings, I'm gonna have a shave. Again, shaving cream full of toxic stuff. So again, Shutran, I love my Shutran, replaces that. So Shutran shave cream, and afterwards, even got the aftershave. Again, just doing good things, not just taking away the toxic chemicals, but actually full of essential oils, which are actually supporting my manhood, supporting my testosterone levels, which is awesome. Aftershave, again, full of fragrance, full of phthalates, got to be avoided. So again, Shutran comes to the party. If you don't like Shutran, another one which I love is Valor. So those things are awesome replacements for the toxic chemicals that men tend to slather all over themselves. Keep on going. Another thing and I did this for years, every day I would spray toxic chemicals under both arms. They get absorbed so easily into your system there, and they just do you harm. So again, swap out those toxic sprays and toxic deodorants, especially ones with aluminium chloride in them, and I've replaced that with the all natural Young Living deodorants. There's a bunch of these. There's one with Valor. This one here I love is Mountain Mint. So there's a whole lot of these which are awesome. They work great and no nasty chemicals. And then finally, or actually semi-finally, I'm brushing my teeth. And standard toothpaste also has dodgy stuff in it. That's why it's recommended that you brush and spit it out. I mean, I still brush and spit this stuff out, but there's nothing in here that is bad for me. That's my morning routine, and in one kind of fell swoop, I've got rid of so many of the toxic chemicals that, again, I was putting onto and absorbing into my body. There's a lot to be done. There's a lot of awareness to get out there. And I guess that's what I'm passionate about, is really trying to help men to get better in terms of health and wellness and all those things by getting rid of some of these toxic chemicals. So if there's a man in your life who doesn't know this stuff, switch them onto this video, and there's some important stuff, and help them out. Like, you can always order some of these things and just get him to use them. It's a gift. They smell awesome. When he uses them, tell him he smells great, and that'll help him too. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope you have a great week, and we will see you next week for Let's Talk About. See you guys.